Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis l'énergie canadienne. Welcome to the Week 16 predictions. It is here. It is Christmas week. So, without further freaking ado, let's talk about Benchwarmer Brew. Also, the delectable motherfucking coffee for those who enjoy coffee. See here the 5 points blend and the Armchair QB blend. Two very good fucking blends of coffee. I'm so trying to get the fucking third one, trust me. Head on over to benchwarmerbrew.com and get your holiday coffee today to give as Christmas gifts or whatever you feel like. Or if you just like coffee, you just want coffee. In that case, get it. Still get it. But week 16 kicks off Thursday Night Football, and I should actually know beforehand. If last week has taught us anything, is that matchups can change. Basically, when they're played in the times. So, just like disclaimer, cards subject to change. So Thursday Night Football, we start Titans taking on the Niners. Event of conference at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. The Niners coming off of a win against Atlanta. The Titans coming off of the loss against Pittsburgh. Titans are not looking too good right now, but I still think that they might have a shot. But I'm going to give this game to the San Francisco 49ers because they're more well-equipped right now. And I feel that's going to be George Kittle popping the motherfucker off because that is what George Kittle does because he is that good. And we'll go on to Christmas Day football. Why is there football on Christmas Day? No one ever knows. We got the Browns taking on the Packers 4:30. And we already know who's going to win this motherfucking game. Browns coming off the loss against the Vegas Raiders. Whereas the Packers, the NFC North champions, just coming off of that title winning game against Baltimore, albeit barely. But and I really do think it's going to be the Green Bay Packers here that come out on top. I'm sticking to that. And it's going to be Devontae Adams or Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Because why not? And for Christmas night football, the Colts are back at primetime action for whatever reason as they take on the Arizona Cardinals, this time in Arizona. The Cardinals coming off of that embarrassing loss to Detroit. Seriously, how do you lose to Detroit? Unless you really challenge your inner Minnesota, but still, how do you lose to Detroit? And the Colts are coming off of the win against the Patriots. So with that, I still think the Cardinals are going to win here. I think the Colts just won't have enough juice. And now, I feel like the Cardinals will win it. I think it's going to be James Conner or Christian Kirk. Or Christian Edmond. Because I like the Cardinals. Then I want to see chaos in the NFC West. Can you blame me? The answer is no. The answer is no. Lions taking on the motherfucking Falcons. We begin as we transition to Sunday football. Both of these teams are very strange. We know the Lions are coming off the win against the Cardinals, and we know that the Falcons are coming off the loss against San Francisco. And honestly, I kind of favor this game for the Falcons. While their playoff aspirations may be dead in the water, I still think that the Falcons can beat the Lions. And it's going to be Russell Gage going off because, of course, it is. Next thing we got the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And what should be a game of the obvious. The Rams coming off of the win against the Seahawks tonight. At the time of recording, it is Tuesday. And the Vikings coming off of the win on Monday night against Chicago. But I think the Vikings are going to have a very tough time against the Rams here. And I think the Rams will take the win with Cooper Kupp popping off like he always does because Cooper Kupp is elite. Change my fucking mind, kind. Jaguars, Jets in a battle at the tank. But Jaguars coming off of the loss against Houston. The Jets coming off of the loss against Miami. And both teams look like complete and utter dog shit. But it is the battle of number 1 versus number 2. And this case referring to pissing shit. But I think here the Jaguars will prevail just because I like to see them fuck things up and them fucking up the tank. So I think the Jaguars win. And I think it's James Robinson that does the most. Because, of course. Then we got an NFC East matchup between the Giants and the Eagles. The Giants coming off of that loss against Dallas because no fucking shit. And the Eagles coming off of the win tonight against the Washington football team. Again, it's Tuesday at the time of recording. So, I think that the Eagles will win. I think they'll beat the Giants with a Daniel Jones-less team, as it was reported that Daniel Jones is out for the remainder of the season due to injury. So that's kind of a blow to the Jets. And I don't think they want to start Mike Glennon, so we may get Jake from State Farm. Do. Or should I get copyrighted? I swear. But for Eagles win, it's going to be Miles Sanders going off. Bills, Pats, and the Confines of Foxborough. The last time these two teams met, the game was utter dog shit. This game should hopefully be better. The Patriots obviously coming off the loss against Indianapolis, in which their O-line looked like utter shit. The Bills coming off of the win against Carolina. Well, then again, they were playing Carolina, so they were playing a team that really isn't going to make the playoffs. I'm still going to give the slight edge here to New England, but, and I'm going to say but here, and I normally don't do this, but I'm going to say this. But if that O-line does not get its shit together against the Bills, then you're looking at the Patriots loss. I'm sorry, but normally I wouldn't fucking say that, but look at that O-line has been shit. They need to fucking fix it. So I'm still giving the Patriots the edge here, but again, it really all depends on that O-line and how it handles itself. And I'm going to go with my boy Hunter Henry to pop off because, of course, apparently this seems to be Mac Jones' favorite receiver. Not seems to be. We know it is based on how many times he gets a fucking ball. Ravens, Bengals, AFC North matchup. Now this is for the AFC North lead because both teams at the time of recording are 8-6. And this should actually be pretty cool. But you know what? I want to see chaos and I want to see it reign supreme. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick the Cincinnati fucking Bengals to beat the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm having Jamar Chase or Tyler Boyd or Higgins to go off or Mixon. Just saying. There's options there. But I still predict a Bengals win over the Ravens because fuck logic. I mean, I am called illogical Canadian, so it makes sense, right? Chargers, Texans, and what is very much to be described as, well, the obvious. The shit team playing the team that has been doing good all year. That's what it's always been. And everyone knows that's what it's always been because, I mean, come on, the Chargers are better than the Texans in all fucking counts. Look at Chargers coming off that really hard-fought overtime loss against the Chiefs. And the Texans coming off of the win against Jacksonville. I mean, it's Jacksonville. It's not really anything of a win. But no matter what here, I'm still giving the fucking edge to the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's going to be Mike out, Austin Eckler or Mike Williams popping off. You know what? Maybe Jared Guyton too, because he's been a legitimate receiver as of late. Next, we got ourselves the Buccaneers taking on the Panthers. We got Tom Brady coming off of that shutout against New Orleans. And by shutout, I mean he's the one that got shut out. And Carolina is coming off of a loss against fucking brain dead moment. Buffalo. Brain dead moment. That always happens to me. But at the end of the day, I still have the Buccaneers going on over and taking the NFC South. But they're going to have to do it without Mike Evans because he is out for the remainder of the season. And what was suspected to be an MCL sprain, but the MRI revealed it was a torn ACL. So God, his season is over. So it's gonna have to be Chris Godwin, Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, anyone that can get to pop off. They need it right now. Bears, Seahawks in the battle of suckitude because both teams are looking like utter dog shit. Again, who the fuck saw that one coming? Bears coming off of the loss against the Vikings. The Seahawks coming off of that loss against the Rams. So I still have the Seahawks going over because one, the Bears suck. And two, the Bears suck. And three, the Seahawks suck less than the Bears. And I'm going to have, I don't know, who the fuck do I have pop off here? Because really no one for Seahawks done really anything much to know. Maybe Everett? Maybe I could go with the other team and say David Montgomery or Cole Kmet. I might just do that. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just keep that in. In the AFC West matchup, we got the Broncos taking on the Raiders. Both teams are looking at 7-7. This really is a must-win game for both teams as they need it. Both teams' playoff hopes are on life support right now, and a win will propel them over. Denver coming off of the loss against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Raiders coming off of the win against Cleveland, albeit barely, on Monday afternoon. So I think that the Vegas Raiders will beat the Denver Broncos, albeit a close game because both teams can't get anything done worth shit. And it's going to be Hunter Renfrow continuing to be a prowess monster. We got Steelers Chiefs in a game that's going to be more even than we thought because of certain factors. One of them being COVID-19. Actually, the majority of it's COVID-19. So, we know Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Henry Bucker are all on the COVID list for the Chiefs, to name a few. So with that, Patrick Mahomes' threat is really going to be neutralized to that of McCole Hardman, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and who else do they got? Like, and even if that, like, we don't know. And hell, they also got Melvin Ingram if Edwards-Helaire for whatever reason is out, or just either a second string they want to give him in the game. But that is what it is. But here, because of how bad the Chiefs situation is and how bad, and basically because Pittsburgh has probably a better prepared team than they do, I'm going to give the edge to the Steelers. Normally I don't do that, but the edge is going to have to go to Pittsburgh here for the sake of it, mainly because the Chiefs are not prepared right now to be playing a football game without their top guys. Steelers win, Najee Harris or Deontay Johnson go off. In Sunday night prime time, we got the Washington football fuckers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys coming off of the win against the Giants. The football team coming off of the loss against Philadelphia. Cowboys have already clinched the division, so at this point they'll probably rest their starters. But I'm still gonna predict a Cowboy victory, just because the football team can't manage anything. So Cowboys win, CeeDee Lamb or Ezekiel Elliott pop off because they need it. And I think they're just the best players on that team. In my own opinion. And then for Monday Night Football, we got the Miami Dolphins taking on the New Orleans Saints. And why is this game happening? Dolphins coming off of a win against the Jets. The Saints coming off of a win against Tampa Bay because that was a shitty game. In terms of who I think is going to win, it's a little different because look, Miami's trying to get themselves in the playoff race. New Orleans too, but New Orleans is less likely to get into the playoffs than Miami is because of how stacked no, I don't know, because look at if Miami wins and Buffalo loses, they're tied for second. If New Orleans wins, then that just puts them in sole second place at the fucking NFC South. Now that could get them into the playoff spot, but we don't know that because like what receiving court. Because like I don't know, like several things have to go the Saints' way if they want to make the playoffs. But for the Dolphins, it's just more they need Buffalo to lose 2 and for them to win 2 to just gain that second place spot and just hope to God one of the wild card teams slips up. So in this case, I'm giving the win to the Miami Dolphins because of their situation's a little bit easier than the Saints is. So Dolphins will take it. It's going to be Jalen Waddle or Mike Gesicki popping off. So anyways, that will do it for the Week 16 predictions video. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want to see anything else. If you haven't done so already, please press subscribe and join the Electrical Nation. Other than that, je suis le logique canadien. Bonne nuit et au revoir.